Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. I'm Nino Monaco, founder and artistic director at Auga Brand Designs. This channel will endeavor to assist you, the wonderfully innovative entrepreneur, regardless of where you are in your journey. I will provide you free tips with tried and true approaches and share philosophical viewpoints which have helped shape my own journey as an entrepreneur. In this week's episode, I will give you 3 tips on conflict resolution management and provide you with a bonus 4th tip. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Tip 1, clarification. Here's an opportunity for you to listen to the client with the intent to remedy the situation. At this point, it is a good idea to give the client the opportunity to explain and for you to let them know that you will help them with a remedy for the problem. Was there an issue with the deliverable? Is there a problem with the service? Are there fees which the client was not expecting, and so on? Whatever the scenario, take this time to soak up as much of the information and let the client know that you are on their side. Tip 2, refer to your paper trail. Once discovery has been conducted and the problem has been determined, it's time to ask yourself some tough questions. Is there a paper trail to begin with? Mitigate conflict by creating a paper trail via contract. You should also create and manage a robust email correspondence system. Is there a disconnect between the paper trail and the deliverable? Each piece of the correspondence should have a call and response to provide confirmation. If there's no response, measures should be taken to obtain responses. Keep each project correspondence in its own folder for easier management, and title your emails for ease of access as well. If there's a lapse in conversation, who bears responsibility for said lapse? Don't point fingers, but use the info to remedy the situation. Were measures taken to communicate? Were there markers to obtain responses? Note, there are small minority of clients who are just looking for the discount, and hopefully you've done your front work to make sure that yours is not one of those clients. If you want to know more about qualifying your clients, watch episode 1 right here. Tip 3, provide a remedy. As I mentioned in tip number 1, the remedy process needs to be applied and mentioned immediately so the client is put at ease from the word go. In other words, the client should know that you're prepared to make things right as soon as this conversation begins. Unlike tip 1, this is your time to verbalize a bit more. This should be done by sticking to facts and qualifying these facts by bringing in any document that substantiates your claims. If emotions are running high, be the rational, calming, factual influence here. Present the paper trail which clarifies your take and refer to the problem as a misunderstanding or a miscommunication. In other words, there should be no finger pointing ever. At this point, you want to be able to offer your client one or more of these remedies, and I would list them as follows. You might want to offer additional services on future work, or discounted rate on future work, added value on existing deliverables by adding services. You might want to correct the problem at no charge where applicable. And finally, in the case of a complete lapse or error on behalf of you, the service provider, you might want to provide a partial or full discount. You will note that this is the last on the list for various reasons. All right, you made it to the end. The bonus tip is more of an opinion piece and less of a tip, and that is the customer always right? I believe the short answer is yes. However, that does not mean that you as a service provider are always wrong. Bearing responsibility to remedy a situation does not mean that you were wrong. It just means that you want to show good faith when keeping the client far outweighs letting that client go. There is a delicate balancing act here which stems from understanding those very parameters. I can be more granular on this topic in future videos. Just keep watching. Thank you for watching this episode on conflict resolution management. If you like the content, feel free to like and subscribe. I'd love to hear your feedback, good, bad, or indifferent, on this topic. And if there are topics you'd like me to cover in future videos, I'd be happy to hear those suggestions as well.